Alright, and it looks like they're off. Hope y'all get used to this screen, though, because Metroid Fusion is a game of a lot of text. And it's not in this. Aside from text, the thing you'll be seeing a lot of is sharp movement. This game is very linear, so being able to move quickly and cleanly is going to be the biggest time save both runners will have. In fact, they're starting off with a very complex series of wall jumps here called the Climb, both pulling it off flawlessly. Very nice. That's a lot harder than it looks, let me tell you. Another fun thing that a lot of Fusion runners don't really think about much is text mashing, because, like I said, in-game time is what we use for the board, so text mashing doesn't really come into play. But in this race, it can. Alright, first things first, both of them heading off to the quarantine bay to take out that single horn node and then go back to talk to the computer some more. Alright, both of them having very clean movement so far. And this is a little bit of a longer talk scene here, because the computer's got to dump some lore on you. Here we see the floating space gelatin that is our recurring antagonist throughout the game. Alright. Both of them moving through here pretty quickly. You're going to see them do that shooty thing when they land a lot. It's called a shot cancel. Makes you land a bit faster, which means you can start running faster. Uh-oh, Mr. Shasta unfortunately demonstrating one of the drawbacks. You shot cancel too soon, you just don't land on the platform. And now Monkey about to enter into the first of several cutscenes that makes us ask, where on earth are Samus's shoulders relative to her neck actually? I'm not entirely unconvinced that those aren't actually her elbows where the shoulders seem to be. Oh, we have a little bit of a missed movement there, but both of them staying pretty close to each other, heading into the first power-up, the missiles. Alright, and with that, both of them have missiles, which, despite the fact that the beam is the dominant weapon in this game, missiles remain very important throughout because there are several enemies that can only be damaged by missiles. Primarily the Core X's that pop out of most of the bosses. And they're going to be using them pretty quickly here to start moving through these access tunnels. Also, despite the fact this is any percent, they're both going to be grabbing these first two missile tanks, and that's because the first boss actually takes 15 missiles to kill, so they want to be able to kill it and have missiles left over for the Core X without having to farm the green X's. So it's faster just to grab these now than to deal with that nonsense during the fight. And Monkey's going to see if he can get double missiles on this eye door. He does not. It tinks off. But he gets the double on the second hit. It takes 3 missiles to kill an eye door, so if you can get 2 missiles to hit it in the same frame, you save an entire cycle of potential eye beams. Oh gosh, Mr. Shasta getting some terrible luck, though. Unfortunately, it can give you up to 4 beams between vulnerabilities, but he gets it. Monkey getting some bad luck on Arachnus, getting the roll. You hope for 0 rolls, but you can get up to 2 if you're really unlucky. Monkey setting up for and getting a double missile on the core. Normally it takes 3 missiles, but if you get the doubles, you skip a cycle, saving yourself upward of 3 seconds. Ooh, Mr. Shasta getting that 0 roll. Oh, he misses the double setup, unfortunately. Trying to also get that sweet spot. Oh, and he's out of missiles. Oh, this is very unfortunate. Oh, no. I think he's just probably going to just go for the finishing blow here. Try to get the sweet spot, did not get it. Yeah, you see the Core X float around like that, kind of flashing? you can't grab it until it hits until it gets the spot, the designated grabbing spot. But if you kill it on the designated grabbing spot, that's the sweet spot. You can pick it up immediately. You're going to see them both go for double missiles and sweet spots at every possible opportunity. They save many seconds over the course of a run. Now I'm going to ask yourself the question, is Monkey going to grab this missile tank here? Yes, he is. He's grabbing the main deck missile, which means Monkey is going to be going for the 45 missile plan here. Well, if he can get up there, he can. You'll see most runners opt for either 40 or 45 missiles, depending on a number of factors. And the extra missile tank that usually gets grabbed is that one on the main deck right there. And let's see if Mr. Shasta is going to skip it. Oh, he's going for it. Interesting. It seems to me, at least, that a lot of older runners tend to skip that and go for 40 missile, because 40 missile was the standard strat for the longest time. 45's gained a lot of traction recently because it both makes Sector 1, the upcoming sector, easier, and it makes one later boss in particular a little bit quicker. Meanwhile, I've been talking over our rude house guest here, the SAX, who apparently has not learned how to operate doors like a normal person. But Monkey now in Sector 1 and Mr. Shasta right behind. Sector 1 is a sector, like I said before, that is pretty heavy on missile management, because you need to use missiles 3 missiles apiece to take out the atmospheric stabilizers, you need missiles to open the eye door, and you need missiles for the core. And on top of that, there's a lot of enemies that you can't really kill with your beam, so you have to either jump over them or kill them with missiles to keep running. And we have to go fast here. So you're going to be seeing both Monkey and Shasta use missiles in several spots to kill ground enemies so they don't have to jump over them. Because jumping is much slower than running horizontally. Also, as you saw there, Monkey has a screen full of green X's. You keep your health full, you get guaranteed green drops. So keeping your health full is another very important part of Sector 1. Oh, Monkey going for the fancy strat in that room and not quite getting it. Unfortunately, he's going to get some yellow X drops now, but his missile count looks really good right now, so he should be fine. Mr. Shasta getting that ideal placement of that atmospheric stabilizer. And, oh, Monkey getting some good pirate placement there as well. If too many of them are on the right, you'll bonk them on the way down, and touching those is not fun. Now we see Mr. Shasta doing the more missile conservative... conserving missiles by jumping through that room rather than shooting the Hornodes. Ta-da! His missile count's a little bit lower, though. And, ooh, almost getting body slammed by the pirate, but making it through there with full health, so I don't think he's going to have any trouble with missiles. Ooh, Monkey getting good placement on that stabilizer. If that one's moving down, you have no choice but to wait. So you want it to be moving up there. And another troublesome missile spot here. You have to use missiles on these pirates, and they will block your path and knock you down. Oh! Oh, Monkey getting hit by the spaghetti. Makes it through, though. At this point, he's got more than enough missiles. He doesn't have to worry about taking hits anymore. Mr. Shasta also getting that excellent placement. That's what I like to see. And now it is time for the next eye door. This is the last eye door where they're gonna have a reason to do double missiles on it, so let's see if Monkey gets it. Oh man, is he gonna get a 4-beam? Oh. And I think that was a double. I had a little bit of trouble telling. But he's getting a lot of I-beams. He's already gotten 5 I-beams. Oh, he did not get a double, but he doesn't have to wait too much longer there. If Mr. Shasta can get a double and get few beams, he's gonna gain back quite a few seconds here. All right, Monkey's going to try to get the doubles on the I-core. Oh, he gets one! Nice! And he gets... Oh, he doesn't quite get Sweet Spot. Let's see if Mr. Shasta can have better luck on the I-door. Oh my goodness. Didn't get a double either. Oh! I-doors are just not being nice to either of them right now. Let's see if Mr. Shasta can get a double on this core. This core takes 4 missiles. Ah, words. Ooh, he gets the double. That was beautiful. Oh, that was wonderful. And we're also going to see him do a... You saw Monkey do it, we'll see Shasta do it here. A little bit of shenanigans involving just clipping... Oh, he didn't quite get it. The thing about that one is, when you shoot a charge shot, you get a little flash on Samus's arm, which does 6 more extra damage. So if you hit those stabilizers with the beam and that flash, you kill it outright. Didn't quite get it with the flash, though. They're going to both be taking full advantage of the fun property of the charge beam with the flash to kill bosses and enemies very quickly throughout. Oh, unfortunately, Mr. Shasta having a little bit more RNG trouble there. It's also random how long it takes that door to unlock after you clear out that room, and it just took a little bit longer than it should have to let him out. So Monkey is done with Sector 1 on this visit. Mr. Shasta is a couple of rooms behind, but still staying right on top of him. At this point, extra I-beams, bad boss patterns, any number of these things can cause Mr. Shasta to be caught right back up with Monkey, so... But it just goes to show, Monkey's practice over the last couple of months has really paid off. He's playing exceedingly well. Although I will continue to lambaste him if he does not get wave core doubles later on, as he promised at the beginning of the tournament. All right. But now both of them on their way to Sector 2. Sector 2, thankfully, is a lot lighter on missiles. Although they'll still need to use them to deal with a couple of the nastier enemies here. The big thing about Sector 2 is this is the sector where runs go to die in the early game. It doesn't matter what category you're running. Could be 100%, could be 80%, could be low percent. A low percent, everything's a death zone. But no, the point is, in Sector 2, enemies do a lot of damage. These red slugs on the wall, Zoros, do 45 damage if you touch them, and their favorite party trick is being where you need to be. And since we want to try to kill them without stopping, if you miss the charge shot or miss the 2 missiles to kill them, you're going to run into them. 45 damage. So Monkey goes through the big room here. Let's see how he handles the Zoros. So far, so clean. Oh, he gets up there in time. Any Zoros you kill in this room will reform on that second wall. And this is the room with the double missile practice room on, and he gets it. Oop, having a little bit of trouble. You want that Zor to be moving down so you can just jump around it, but he did not get that luck. Let's see. So that was pretty clean for Monkey, though, aside from that missed shot in that Zoro. So let's see how Mr. Shasta handles these 3 rooms. Oh. Taking an unfortunate, having an unfortunate encounter with that Zoro there. But still managing to get around the 2... Let's see how he handles this room. A little bit of a high five. And let's see if he gets the good Zoro placement here. It's moving down. He can just go around it. Just like that. So he unlocks the doors while Monkey climbs up here to... Whoops. A little bit of a misstep. Thankfully, the pseudo screw attack from Super Metroid has returned, and it is still as useful as ever. And with that, Monkey has unlocked the Bombs of Disappointment. Because you can't infinite bomb jump, and their blast radius is just about as impactful as clapping your hands. Alright, let's see if he gets the good Zoro placement in this next area. It is moving to the right, so he's going to have to deal with it. You want that one to be moving to the left, so you have a much easier time dealing with it. Well, Mr. Jabbles, if you can clap pretty loudly, then you already have a larger blast radius than the bombs in Metroid Fusion. Congratulations! You would make a plaque, but then we would run out of material to make plaques very quickly. And Mr. Shasta getting the good placement. As you can see here, he can very easily just, oops, bumping into it. Yeah, gives you time to deal with those two flyers before you have to deal with that Zoro. You want that one to be moving to the left. But now both of them just moving through this other part of Sector 2 here, on their way to the next boss, which can, again, cause a change in the lead here depending on how it goes. The next boss is another boss that you have no choice but to leave yourself at the mercy of RNGesus, because it just likes to jump. It just likes to jump. Oh gosh, Mr. Shasta has been unfortunately taking a few extra hits on the Zoros. Thankfully, with his health where it is, he can take 3 hits from these pancakes, or 2 hits from the few Zoros that remain. Oh! Ooh, gotta be careful. If he runs into 2 more pancakes, he's done for. Oh, excellent. Got a little bit worried there. Alright, Monkey about to face off against Zazabi. Zazabi can jump anywhere from 3 to 12 extra times. Ooh, getting 0 jumps on the first phase. Very nice. How many jumps will Monkey get? 2, 3, 4. Ooh, getting maximum number of jumps in the second phase. 6. Alright. Monkey getting a respectable 6 jump. Zazabi. Oh, he unfortunately didn't get enough damage into it. He has to wait for it to jump one more time. So Shasta also getting really quick eye door luck, I noticed. Alright, this one takes 4 missiles to kill, and Monkey getting the doubles, making short work of it. Alright, Mr. Shasta so far having, looks like 3 jumps. So he can still come out ahead here if he gets short jumps and gets the double. 7. Oh my goodness. 9 jumps! Oh no! That's not what we want to see at all. But he can save a little bit of time here if he can actually manages to finish it off. Yes, he does. Also, he can get that double. Gets the first one. And gets the second one. Very nice. And something else that I didn't have a chance to mention, you see Mr. Shasta has an extra energy tank. He opted to grab the energy tank above this eye door here. I'm not sure how many E-tanks he's going to go for. Probably 4. You see a lot of folks go for 3, but if they opt to grab a 4th one, the one most often grabbed is the one up there. Because it's very, very little time lost to grab it, and having a 4th energy tank gives you a lot of safety. We sometimes see folks go for a 5th energy tank a little bit later, we'll see. But generally 4 is as high as you'll see the majority of runners go. And a lot of long time runners will also opt for 3. Ooh, Mr. Shasta actually cutting a little bit close. You could still see the spotlight off the sacks. But does not get spotted and makes it out of there alright. Alright, Monkey done with Sector 2, and Mr. Shasta only a few rooms away from being done as well. So far they've had very similar RNG, although I think Mr. Shasta's has been a little bit worse so far. Oh, opting to go up the right side. Interesting. Going up the right side in this room is a little bit slower unless your bomb timing is absolutely perfect. Usually, I think we've decided on average it takes about half a second quicker on average to go up the left side. But again, it's depending on when you learn the game sort of thing. A lot of old runners will still go up the right just out of force of habit. Alright, Monkey in Sector 4. Mr. Shasta not far behind. Sector 4 is actually a pretty cool sector. I actually like the sector a lot, because this is where the movement really starts picking up in speed and complexity. Like, if you execute Sector 4 cleanly, particularly this first visit to it, it looks great, and it saves you time, because any mistakes will drop you in the water and you lose a lot of time. And it's also home to our wiggly water noodle, which we saw Monkey fighting earlier. Let's see if that practice paid off when he gets there. Yeah, movement in Sector 4 requires you to take advantage of all the tricks you know in you have in Samus's arsenal. pseudo screw attack, wall jumping, quick morphing and unmorphing, and R shooting, which you saw Monkey do right there, where you can actually push the missile button, the R trigger, to shoot a charge shot while you're somersaulting. It's pretty handy. Enemy placement can cause some trouble here, but Monkey gets good placement and goes through that vertical climb nice and smooth. Alright, Mr. Shasta starting his movement through Sector 4 here. Let's see how it goes for him. Taking advantage of the R shooting and the pseudo screws for clean movement, and using a jump extend, otherwise he would not have made it onto that platform, so that was a good recovery. Doesn't quite morph fast enough to avoid crouching on the floor there, losing him a little bit of time, but he's pulling off the harder parts of the movement with ease though, so... Alright, how many I-beams for Monkey? 1. Only 1. Thankfully, with the charge beam and the flash, he is able to take out the I-door with 1 shot now instead of 3 as it was before. Alright, here we go. New fast strat, and... Oh, he doesn't get it. Thankfully, with the charge beam, Saris only takes 2 cycles. Uh-oh. Oh, he falls in the water! Oh, you don't want to fall in the water during the Saris fight. Oh, no. I don't know if that first hit was good. We'll find out in a moment. Oh, it was good. Monkey gets the 2 cycle. And this one takes 5 missiles, so he missed the first double, so he just has to get 2 more doubles. There's the first one. And the second... Oh, he does not get the second double! You know, Mr. Shasta also having a 1-beam I-door. So Mr. Shasta can definitely gain some time back here if he has the clean 2 cycle. He's going for the traditional strat. Gets the first hit, that looked good. Alright, thankfully the Saris moves very fast, but its movement is in pairs, so if you see what it's doing for the first set of movement, you can figure out where it's going to be. Alright, so he needs to get 2 doubles here. Gets the first double. Oh, unfortunately, flies in a little bit too fast and does not get that second double. So he has a cleaner Saris fight, but the two of them had about an equal length of time on the core fight. Monkey having a little bit of trouble getting over to lower the water levels. Yeah, the movement to when you drop out of this ceiling area can be a bit rough. Let's see if Mr. Shasta has cleaner movement here. Oh, opting to do 2 pseudo screws instead of a pseudo screw and a missile, which is a common strat you see. Alright, Monkey has lowered the water level. He's going to try to go for a low height shine spark here, and he gets it. Yeah, when Samus does a shine spark, she hovers up the ground a little bit, which in this case is high enough that you bonk on that platform. So if you unmorph quickly and then you activate the shine spark, just low enough to get up there. To go under there, rather. So Mr. Shasta is going to try the same. Looks good so far, and... Oh, he's too high! That's what happens, unfortunately, if you're too high. Thankfully, this is not a super costly mistake. It's just... saves you a couple seconds to do it right. Alright, here. The X forms very quickly, so Mr. Shasta is done with that and on his way to the navigation room while Monkey's on his way out. Doing an elevator spark right there. Yeah, thankfully the speed booster is an extremely useful item in this game, letting you run fast and do shine sparks all over the place without having to pay health to do it either. They made it a little bit better since Super Metroid, and we thank them for it. This Monkey demonstrating some little movement time saves there. You jump through the door with the speed booster. If you do it right, you land on the elevator and just start moving down immediately. Okay. Monkey's starting up Sector 3 while Mr. Shasta is just now getting out of Sector 4. Now, Sector 3 is the hot sector. It is hot, 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 spicy like a habanero pepper. Thankfully, unfortunately, Samus has not redeveloped her resistance to spicy foods because of the Metroid vaccine, so she can't go into the hot rooms yet, so we're just going to have to take the clearly marked path to unlock the doors and then go get the super missiles. Oh no! Oh no! Monkey wind sparks into the ceiling! That is unfortunate. Losing quite a few seconds. They're having to go back into the other room to get enough distance to get another shine charge. Yeah, thankfully horizontally shine sparking this game is a little bit easier than the super. You don't have to do very quick button presses, but it's still surprisingly easy to shine spark in the wrong direction. Mr. Shasta pulling it off correctly there. So he's definitely gonna gain back some time with that one. Monkey and oh no, Monkey. Oh, okay, I got a little bit worried there. I thought he had screwed up the shine break. Monkey getting a trick called shine break there. Running over speed booster blocks breaks them, but if you crouch before you fall through them, you can get that charge. It lets you use a shine spark there. Yeah, thankfully that vertical climb is just long enough that you save a little bit of time doing that. Because shine sparking is actually only a little bit faster than climbing there because of the animation you have when she winds up and then bonks. Mr. Shasta, unfortunately, didn't get the shine break. But the time loss there is still not as big as the time loss Monkey had for screwing up the shine spark earlier. So he still have a net gain there. And now Monkey has super missiles, and Mr. Shasta is just a couple rooms away from them. Super missiles are the best missile upgrade in this game. They have the most satisfying explosion, and they make the walls shake with their power. We're going to use them right away. Let's see how Monkey handles the box fight here. So far, so good. He's on track for the quick kill. He just has to make sure to get the hits here, and he gets it. That was a very well-executed box fight. And Monkey has plenty of missiles to spare, which is good because he needs to have 3 missiles heading into Sector 6, which he will have. Let's see how Mr. Shasta handles the box fight. Let's see if we can have an equally clean fight. Uh-oh. Oh, unfortunately, he's missed a few too many hits, so he's going to have to deal with a couple of extra jumps from the box here. But he wants to make sure to kill it as far right to the... Oh, unfortunately, he kills it at the left. So you have to wait for it a little bit longer to walk to the right, doing that slow crawl of shame. But he has 5 missiles, so as long as he uses good missile conservation, leaving Sector 3... Oh, gosh. So he's probably going to have to only use missiles on one of these side hoppers here. Probably going to roll under the... Maybe roll under the first one? Jump over the second one, yeah. Like I said, you want to have 3 missiles going into Sector 6, because immediately there's going to be an X barrier that takes 3 missiles to kill. And by far the fastest way of dealing with it is just to have 3 missiles on you. If you don't, you have to either set up a Shine Spark, which will lose you time later, or stop and grab a missile tank early, which is not as fast as grabbing it later. But you can see how much how much time Shasta gained back with that mistake Monkey made on the going to the green security room. Because leaving Sector 4, Shasta was in this cutscene while Monkey was entering the cutscene in Sector 3, and now Monkey was just leaving the sector while Shasta was in that cutscene, so the gap is closed a bit. And there's still plenty of things that can go wrong. In fact, here in Sector 6, they're going to be facing off against one of the more obnoxious bosses of the run, the Giant Core X. Well, they're not quite there yet. Still have to navigate Sector 6 and avoid the blue X's. Trying to think, what kind of flavor of Jell-O would that be? It's too light to be blueberry. Alright, here we go. Monkey into the room with the barrier. Gonna bomb the wall here. Oh! That bomb might be a little bit too low. Hard to tell sometimes with the bombs in Fusion. They're just so weak! So weak! Thankfully, it looks more like Gatorade than it does like any sort of fruit color. I don't know. Alright, Monkey, this is the potential Troll X here. It's just high enough. That one sometimes is a little bit low, and you might have to run through it. Oh, Monkey accidentally bonking on the door. Yeah, that particular energy tank there is interesting in that it actually costs 0 time to grab it, because the bomb will still explode and break those blocks while you're having the you got the E-tank animation, so ta-da! 0 seconds lost. That tank is free. There's literally no reason not to grab it. Unless you're doing 0%, in which case there's a very good reason not to grab it. Alright. Monkey probably going to opt for the classic sack strat here. Oh! He shot it pretty early there. You gotta be careful with there. A lot of folks will opt to let the sacks take 2 steps. Because if you shoot it too early, it will just aim diagonally down instead of jumping over you, and then it just kills you. And we don't want that. That's a great way to end your run. Which, I mean, don't end your run. Alright, eye door. Only 1 beam for Monkey, pretty darn good. This time, Giant Corex. So, if Monkey does it right, he'll be able to finish it off in 4 shots. And hopefully keep it corralled on the left side of the screen. Oh, and it gets away immediately. He should still be on track for the 4 cycle. Oh, he's, unfortunately, takes a little bit longer than he would have liked, but he gets the first double. This one takes 6 hits. He got the second double. And triple double in sweet spot. That was a flawless core fight. Well, the Giant Corex core fight. The little one. And his reward is looking horribly bad. Because the mustard suit looks terrible. Now Mr. Shasta heading into the Giant Corex fight. Let's see if he can have a clean fight. Oh, it gets away from him as well. Still gets the 3rd hit. Oh, unfortunately, not the 4 cycle. Gets it in 5 hits. And with that positioning, he's not going to be able to get the triple double, unfortunately. He's going to sit up for 2 doubles here. Gets the first one. Can at least get a double-double. Oh, unfortunately not. That's probably the only downside of the super missiles, is that because they're faster and have that longer cooldown in shots, getting double missiles is harder with super missiles than it is with basic missiles. Gotta learn a different timing for them. And, oh, and as I feared, Monkey dropped that bomb a little bit too low and didn't blow up that block. That just goes to show how tiny the blast radius is. In any other Metroid game, that bomb would have totally blown up that block, but not in Fusion. Not in Fusion. And unfortunately, while leaving Sector 6, you also have to deal with one of the most annoying enemies in the game, the Puffers. They are almost always in horribly inconvenient spots, and if you happen to shoot them, they spit out that purple goop, which gives them a really big square hitbox. Thankfully, later on, we can freeze them where they don't spit out purple goop. But for now, you just have to avoid them, because if you shoot them, they make things harder for you. Oh, Mr. Shasta having some pretty good enemy placement here. Oh, that Puffer's making sure I eat my words. How inconsiderate. Alright, Mr. Shasta's still staying right on Monkey's tail here. Monkey now leaving Sector 6, heading off to Sector 5, the cool sector. That's, of course, a lie. None of us who play Fusion are cool. Oh, gosh. Anyways. Sector 5 is, interestingly enough, a sector we will visit multiple times. 3 times, in fact. We visit it more than any other sector. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed here that none of them fall victim to unintentional autopilot, wherein they go to the wrong room because you go through a lot of the same rooms multiple times. And on this first visit, They're both going to have 2 tasks. They have to unlock the doors, then they have to get the ice missile downgrade. It gets rid of that satisfying explosion sound, and it makes it so that you can't single-shot enemies anymore. Yeah, it does more damage and it lets you freeze enemies, but eh. Alright, let's take a look what happens here. Monkey's gonna move through one of the more challenging parts of Sector 5 here, because the waivers here love to get in your way just like that. And their positioning varies from run to run, so you gotta be ready for any number of possible positions. And you can lose a lot of time in this room if you're bumping into waivers. Monkey, thankfully, has only seemed to hit that one, otherwise made it through there pretty cleanly. Alright, let's see how Mr. Shasta makes it through that first room of Sector 5. Well, I guess the second... Okay, no, technically... That one blue room with all the waivers in it. Alright, so you can do the fancy trick here. Gets the shot, the jump extend to not fall down there. Alright, Monkey about to go through a vertical climb here. This is one of the more interesting vertical climbs in Sector 5. He does it quickly, it looks pretty darn slick. Yeah, it looked pretty good. And when they go back through it later, we might even, if we're lucky, we'll get to see a different, more complicated looking strat. Oh no, Mr. Shasta trying to set up for the quick strat there, unfortunately not getting his charge shot off in time and having to run back there to the other room to get the speed boost again. Yeah, there's a couple of ways you can deal with that, and the faster way is what Mr. Shasta tried to do, but unfortunately, if you'd miss that charge shot, that's what happens. Alright, immediately taking advantage of ice missiles to freeze enemies to get the heck out of here. In case that wasn't enough, the game is going to graciously give us an entire section coming up where you have to use a lot of ice missiles. Alright, let's see if Monkey can make it through this big room again without running into too many waivers. Again, pseudo screw attack is so useful here. Mr. Shasta having a good vertical climb there. Unfortunately bonking on one of the shooty crabs, but making it out pretty clean. Alright, thankfully no one pulling a secret key, both of them getting the ice missiles. Meanwhile, Monkey has done something wrong. I don't know what it is, but it's obvious. It's obvious that he's on the run from the law right now. The screen is flashing and there's a lady talking. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry, I was wrong. He didn't do anything wrong. There's just an emergency. It's time for emergency. The most time-honored tradition in Metroid Fusion speedrunning chat, which is the emergency in Franker Z. Chat, please spam Franker Z. It is your duty. While you're doing that, we can talk about the fact that emergency is actually surprisingly complex movement. This is a section that is pretty heavily dependent on having good movement and also missile management again. It's one of the last few times we'll have to deal with that. Because the game wants you to freeze a lot of things in order to be able to move through these rooms quickly. And then you still need to have enough left over to open the door. So... Mr. Shasta having good movement, and now he too is in emergency. I don't see a Monkey has a clean fall here. As you can see, you gotta deal with a lot of stretchies through this section, both to freeze them and in some cases to kill them. Oh, Monkey taking a tumble. Lose a little bit of time there. Taking a second tumble. Oh dear. Alright, now the rule of thumb for emergency is a time above 4:30 when you deactivate the alarm is excellent. a time in the 420s is still very good. So they're going to be hoping for a 430 something, although Monkey may not be able to get one after those tumbles. If they get anything above a 420, they're still in great shape. This room in particular has some tricky movement, and those stretchies will just... Ooh! Ooh, Monkey! Be careful. Oh gosh, he's just... Oh, Monkey! He's taking a lot of damage. He's gotta be careful. These side hoppers could ruin him if he's not careful. Okay, good placement. And a 438 door time, not bad. Still less, probably not as good as you'd like to see. Now, 4 missiles to kill the core. Let's see if we can get the double doubles again. That was not a double. I saw the missile tank off. That one looked good. Single double, and it's going to be, looks to be a 422. Still a respectable emergency time. He's probably not going to be happy with it, but can't be upset about, really be upset about it either. And Mr. Shasta making good time through emergency, looks like. Usually you can make it through this door here. We're above 5 minutes. Yep. Mr. Shasta's on very good pace right now. If he can make it through the big room quickly, he's in excellent shape. Oh, getting knocked around by the fire, unfortunately. Oh, that wall jump there is surprisingly tricky. But Mr. Shasta making it through all right. He's on a slightly better pace making it to the eye door, but it's all going to depend on how many beams he gets. Alright, several seconds ahead of Monkey. If he can get double doubles here, he's going to gain back a few seconds. You know, Monkey doing the big climb in Sector 3 here. Oh, having a little bit of trouble getting that set up. Mr. Shasta, like having a single double as well, but he's going to have a 420, a high 425. So he actually gets an emergency time about 3 seconds faster than Monkey. So yeah, this is one of the reasons I was looking forward to this race a lot, because just the two of them are playing at two of them played at a very similar level, and it's staying close. Like, Monkey pulled into an early lead, but Mr. Shasta is still outperforming him in several spots, so this race is far from over. Mr. Shasta having to do his Sector 3 escape here. Oh, not opting to do the wall jump off that wall there, which is fair. It's actually surprisingly easy to fall into the lava there. It doesn't save you that much time, but he can definitely gain back some time if he has a clean climb here. Let's see how it works for him. Oh, he's actually interesting. I don't think I've actually seen this setup for the climb. That's pretty slick. That's pretty darn slick. So one of the other things I love about speedrunning this game is just that, despite the fact that the game is so optimized, and at this point, any tricks we discover, new tricks we discover are few and far between, you still see a variety of different movement through some rooms, just because usually time-wise they're very similar, and it really just depends on the runner, you know, comfort level, what you're better at doing. So even in this tournament, despite the fact that we're so far in, and I'm still seeing things I've never seen before, which is pretty great. All right, Monkey heading into this room here. Let's see if he's going to do the impossible strat. I expect he will. There you go. There you go. That strat's still so darned impressive every time I see it. Setting up for the shine break, gets it. Alright, let's see how the animal RNG treats him, because Monkey is doing the right thing and saving the animals. And he has... that was not the best animal luck, unfortunately. That was definitely a clean impossible strat. Yes, Monkey is actually one of not many runners who do that strat, because it's barely faster than the much safer wall jump strat with the jump extend, but screwing it up loses you a lot more time than it would save. A lot more time than it would save. All right. Been having elevator. Mr. Shasta would have given Monkey an elevator high five, but he was too busy having Samus show us her ugly, ugly suit. All right, let's see what Mr. Shasta does. This is the one I was talking about. Oh, unfortunately, he did not quite get enough height off that jump, and no number of jump extends could help him. Thankfully, the stretchies were in a good position. We had a good backup strat for it. And he gets the shine break. Oh no, he was a little bit too far to the right and bonks his head. Going to have to do intended strats. Let's see how the animals treat him. Oh gosh, I saw the Edacoons run right past the door. This is probably not going to be good. Oh. Similar luck to Monkey. Not very good animals, unfortunately, for either runner. Monkey grabbing those elevator missiles and heading down. Interestingly enough, those missiles are sometimes skipped by runners, especially if they ended up having to grab the extra missile tank in Sector 4, which you sometimes have to grab if you mess up one of the shine sparks. But Monkey's still doing on his 45 missile pace. Shasta the same. At this point, the only way they'll probably end up getting 50 missiles is if they have some trouble heading to their ship a little bit later. Alright, Monkey on his second visit to Sector 5, going to set up for one of the more complex of two Sector 5 Shine Sparks here. Looks good. And he gets it. That is a cool looking trick. Nope. Mistiming his release on that climb there, so he had a little bit of trouble dealing with those two giant pancakes. But it's okay, because he remembered where he was going and went to the data room to pick up the loud bombs. Because whoever was doing sound design on this game decided that they needed to make the power bombs have a whoosh sound and make it be the disproportionately loudest sound in the game, just about. Don't take my word for it, just listen. Ooh, listen to that whoosh. You know, this is your friendly reminder to only listen to some of the things Scotty says, because this game only has one route. Alright, let's see if Monkey decides to go for the Kadoom strat in this next room. He's not. He's going for the classic strat. And unfortunately, the price for not playing with swag is severe. It is smashing your face into a crab twice. I hope it was worth it, Monkey. I hope it was worth it. Yeah, you really want to get the speed boost there. If you don't, you have to stop and drop a power bomb to deal with that large barrier. So the most important thing there is to make sure you start on the right place. And he's just getting knocked around by the waivers now. All right. Thankfully, both of them... Monkey was in a little bit more danger, but Mr. Shasta's in no danger for this sax thing in the room here. We never saw it, but the sax was there. Even with the various suit, the sax will do, I want to say, 230 damage if it hits you with the ice beam. So this room is still very dangerous. Thankfully, making out with no trouble. I'll be curious to see if Shasta goes for the Kadoom strat. He does not. Going for classic strat. Mr. Shasta, however, not taking any crap from that crab, instead dropping a wall jump. But seems he had the good positioning. He should be fine to go fast through that barrier. Indeed he does. Meanwhile, Monkey somehow running the dishwasher and washing machine at the same time, because he just blew out the power. elevator stopped working. All right, here's the room. Here's the room of. Oh no! He got spit on. He got spit on again. Oh no! Oh no! Oh my gosh! He got hit by 3 spits, and he was only running on 2 E-tanks. Oh no! That's rare to see, because if he had had 3 E-tanks, he would have been fine. Each of those spits does, I want to say, like a bit over 100 damage. So taking 3 of them with Monkey's health, even at full health, he had no chance. Oh no, that is just such an unfortunate way for the run to end. The big tragedy of that little corridor there is that the spitters, their patterns are random, so all you can really do there is run and hope you don't get spit on. That's a very common room for low percent runs to end. Oh gosh, Monkey got hit by spit 3 times. That is so unfortunate. Oh. Mr. Shasta getting spit on once. You saw how much damage those spits do. Thankfully, he makes it through okay. If he had not gotten enough speed to break through those blocks, he would have had to drop a power bomb and grab an extra missile tank, which would have made this a 50 missile run. But oh goodness. Unfortunately, Monkey having taken no safety saves. Oh, is he starting over? Oh, he's starting over. Oh, did he forfeit an SRL? No, he did not forfeit. Monkey has not forfeited an SRL. He's still technically in it. And Mr. Shasta, I don't think I saw him save at the ship. I was checking SRL. So it's not over yet. Monkey not giving up hope, keeping his fingers crossed that Mr. Shasta has an untimely demise. Well, Mr. Shasta is in chat, so knowing that Monkey took a death, I wouldn't surprise me if Mr. Shasta takes a save at some point in the near future. But with 4 E-tanks, he's going to have to make some pretty serious mistakes to take a death here. But he's coming up on one of the more obnoxious bosses. It's time for Yakuza, the 6-legged spider with the very catchy boss music. First things first, gotta get some hits while it's off screen. Its body should be brown if you did enough damage. Let's see. Good shape. So it all has to do now, it's open. Oh, Mr. Shasta getting the best luck. Very fast phase 1. That's exactly what you want to see. Now phase 2 is completely random, so it's all reactionary. You gotta react to how it's moving and hit it. So far, so good. Very good phase 2. Ice missiles, like super missiles, harder to get the doubles. Mr. Shasta, I'm having no trouble though. Oh, looks like he only got 2 doubles, but he got a sweet spot. That was a very good Yakuza fight. Good RNG, good execution. Our Monkey already just moving along. He hasn't let that get him down. He's still playing cleanly. Right, but for Mr. Shasta, though, gotta be careful, because Yakuza is only the first of several bosses in what we call the boss gauntlet. For the next few minutes, he's gonna be facing off against several bosses in rapid succession. And some of them are extremely annoying and difficult, and others are just time losses waiting to happen. That's the potential for the next boss. He's on his way to Notori, which doesn't move, but has a spectacular way of just losing you time. Well, let's see if Monkey can have some better luck on his first eye door here. He did it last time. Alright, Mr. Shasta getting... How many beams is he going to get here? 1 beam on the eye door. Pretty darn good. Oh gosh, Monkey, unfortunately, taking a bunch of missiles on that eye door. Mr. Shasta setting up here. With 45 missiles, you have to drop 3 power bombs and hit it with 3 charge shots, and then you can just spam missiles the rest of the time. If you do it right, you will finish this fight with a bit under 5 missiles. Oh, actually, I remembered the numbers wrong. This is another beam core, though, so getting doubles is a little bit annoying. Mr. Shasta seems to be in pretty good shape, though, but he doesn't seem to be getting doubles. He got 1 double there? But now he's got Plasma Beam. And on that, Monkey has officially forfeited from the race. Which is unfortunate. It's always sad when a race ends like that. Well, that said, this race is not over. Mr. Shasta will get the W, but only if he finishes. Monkey, I am so sorry, and I'm not being ironic. I'm legitimately sorry that happened.
Yeah, that was stupid. I don't even know how that happened, but whatever.
You only had 2 E-tanks, you got spit on 3 times, man. Shasta's about to head on his way to Sector 5 for the 3rd and final time to deal with the saddest microwave. It's because you know how it is. Sometimes when kitchen appliances go bad, they learn how to manipulate gravity. I mean, how are you feeling about your run otherwise, though, Monkey? I mean, how...
Oh god, it was horrible. I was a minute behind at Speed Booster, so... Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw I went for the fast strat and didn't quite get that. Probably lost you some time there.
Yeah, I wasn't getting it in practice, so I'm not sure why I went for it, but... whatever.
Mr. Shasta getting the Nightmare Shine Spark, the longest Shine Spark in the game. So, like, I have to ask: Are you still gonna be? Are you actually gonna still keep trying to push for a 46?
Oh, of course.
Good.
I can definitely get it. So,
what?
I can definitely get it. It's just a matter of time.
All right. Well, glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. All right, here we go. Oh, getting 0 beams on the Nightmare door. Is he gonna? He's not going for the safety tank. He is, however. He is, however, breaking the laws of physics here a little bit, just with his quick unmorph and morph. That's right, Mr. Shasta. Don't let Nightmare show you up. All right, that was phase 1. I hope you didn't blink. And there's phase 2. First 2 phases are pretty quick. Phase 3 is the one where you do the dance. Nightmare's either going to chase you or it's going to chase an invisible dot. No, really. And you just have to kind of react to it. Gotta make sure Nightmare is completely on the screen, and ooh, very good. That was very good. Quick and clean, that's exactly what we want to see. That was pretty darn textbook. Unfortunately, not getting that second double, or that third one. Or... oh gosh, Mr. Shasta's having trouble with the doubles here. But he gets a sweet spot at least, and Nightmare is done and dusted. Nightmare gives us the greatest gift of all. A suit that doesn't hurt my eyes to look at. And honestly, one of the better looking suits in the Metroid series, I think. I like that purple and teal combo. Oh, getting hit in the face with that linguine. Actually, I'm kidding. Linguine isn't wiggly like that. More like lasagna noodles. But time for that second visit to Sector 4. Oh, using the R-shoot to open the door. Looks real cool, and oh, what a clean descent that was. Underwater Sector 4 is one of the coolest areas thematically. Like, it looks cool, it sounds cool, it's got the nice music, but everything in this area hurts. It hurts so much. Which is funny considering you just got the gravity suit, but this game is just a very high damage game, honestly. A lot of things. Oh my gosh, so many red X's! Was that 3 red X's in one room? What the heck? What was that? What? So yeah, he's in great shape now. Even if he gets knocked around a little bit, he's gonna have good health heading into Sector 6 after this. But he still has to make it out. And there are a lot of things that'll do you wrong here, including these fish pirates. And these Evers, which are what they're called. No, I looked it up. They look like mini dragons. They're called Evers, Evers, Evirs. I don't know how they're pronounced. Don't seem to be making out of here with. Oh, all right, making that jump. One last climb with the spiky balloon room. Oh. Thankfully, the enemy took a little bit longer to form, so he didn't get hit by it while it was forming. Yeah, Hell's in good shape. He should be in great shape heading into Sector 6, as he picks up here the final missile upgrade, the diffusion missiles. I don't know about all you, but diffusion missiles make me kind of sad, because you have to charge them. They take approximately the length of the extended edition of Lord of the Rings to charge, and you don't really get a chance to use the effect much. Thankfully, we can get around the charging time by charging through a door transition, but they also make double missiles extremely difficult. Like I said, every new missile upgrade changes that mid-double missile timing, and for diffusions, it makes them so difficult that I couldn't even think of a word to describe it. Thankfully, they only got to worry about three core fights with diffusions. One of them is more or less RTA unviable, which is the wave core that you see Monkey working on there. Monkey, if you get wave core doubles here, they don't count.
I know. I gotta make up for that death somehow, though.
Alright. Yeah, the room is too short, so getting above it to get doubles is essentially a frame-perfect trick. Isn't it?
It's like triple frame perfect.
Okay.
You have to jump at the right time, you have to fire 2 missiles, which are like, you have like a frame of like leeway. And then, yeah, it's bad.
Oof. Yeah, there's a reason it's a task-only trick usually. It is technically possible to get them, but like Monkey said, triple frame perfect. So we don't really count on those. Mr. Shasta moving through Sector 6 very cleanly here. Grabbing some blue X's here to get some health back. And he is on his way to deal with the biggest enemy of all in this game, corporate sponsorship. Unfortunately, the X that he fought earlier has experienced a hostile takeover by Microsoft, and now it is the Xbox. And by design, we swear it's not a malfunction, it electrifies the water and shoots missiles at you. You know, customer first. So let's see how Mr. Shasta can handle the missile-firing, water-electrocuting, knock you off the ceiling with its jumping Xbox. Depending on who you ask, this is a harder or an easier fight than the first fight. I find it a little bit easier, other folks find it harder, because the positioning is a little bit tighter. To be close enough to hit those diagonal shots, you're close enough for it to knock you off, so you have to basically shoot and move. Mr. Shasta pulling it off without any trouble. That's clean, but he has to be careful. That wave beam does a lot of damage. Took him from... I'm pretty sure it does over 100 damage. That exact number eludes me. He was a little bit too high for the sweet spot, but still. 4 missiles, and now he's got the wave beam.
It does 80, apparently.
It does 80? Okay.
Still a lot.
Yeah.
Warning, no entry without authorization. Warning, no entry without authorization.
I'm so glad we had that lady reminding us that there's no entry without authorization. Otherwise, we might have forgotten.
Warning, no entry without authorization.
Alright, Mr. Shasta has made it into the Forbidden Sector, where they're throwing a party. Oh gosh, who invited the sacks to the party? All it does is eat all the pizza rolls and make a lot of noise. Oh gosh. Better get out of here, because the party police are coming. And they've jettisoned the party into space. That's what you get. No fun allowed on the station full of nerds. Our reward for making out is to be lectured by our computer father for lying about where we were going. Because he thought we were going to the library. That's what we told him. We were going to this party. You can see the disappointment in that flashing purple eye. But with that, Mr. Shasta is a mere 3 bosses away from the end. Coming up upon everybody's favorite shouty boy. Who will never be in Smash, don't at me. It's time for Ridley. Unlike a lot of other things in Metroid Fusion that have been changed and made more extra from Super Metroid, Ridley is one of them. They've given him a fancy new sprite, and they've made him the loudest sound in the game. Remember when I said it was power bombs? Yeah, I was lying. It's actually Ridley. The shoutiest boys. Alright, Mr. Shasta making short work of the gold pirates. Thankfully, due to the way that their vulnerability is programmed, the game just doesn't check that you're behind them, it just checks that you're facing the same direction. So, shoot, turn around, ta-da, no more gold pirate. And the final eye door, 1 eye beam. It's time. The time has come. Everybody listen while Ridley sings you the song of his people. Oh, what beautiful music. Ridley X. See Ridley X live at Radio City Music Hall every 3rd Sunday. Alright, it's time for diffusion missiles doubles. This core is probably the hardest core to get doubles on in the entire game, because diffusion missiles have such a long cooldown in the shots. Yeah, I don't think Shesta's gotten a single one yet. Nope. Looks like 0 doubles here. But now with the screw attack, Mr. Shesta is more or less invincible when he's somersaulting. There's only a couple things that'll knock him out of that. And they're bosses. So, all he's got to do now, is beat those 2 bosses. Just has to make his way through Sector 1 back to a navigation room, where he will face off against the true final boss of Metroid Fusion. It's actually kind of interesting. Most items were kind of powered up from Super Metroid, but not all of them. I mean, see bombs, but don't think about them; they'll just make you sad. The screw attack was definitely powered up. It destroys a lot of things. It breaks a lot of blocks, but it also, while you're doing it, beams just go through you, and you can go through enemies even if you can't kill them with it. It's like core X's, go right through with the screw attack. Screw attack don't care. Oh, Shesta's starting that fancy climb. Shot canceling out of the screw attack in order to land on the platforms and save a few frames rather than falling back down before he jumps again. But that's mostly the space jump's fault, because the space jump in Fusion is awful. I'll wake up in the middle of the night, screaming, clutching the sheets, thinking about the space jump in Metroid Fusion. Alright, here we go. Time for the true final boss. Here we go! Hope you all are ready. We're gonna be here for a few minutes. This is the single longest exchange in the game. There are more words here, uninterrupted, than in any other spot. So many words, in fact, they just said, screw it, we're just gonna make them take up the entire screen. If someone were to put Resident Sleeper on a piece of paper and feed it into a machine that turns it into gameplay, it would generate this dialogue. I mean, as much as I like this game, and I like this game a lot, I have to admit, this. After Fusion, I guess we should have known that we can't trust the Metroid series to do exposition without just info dumping. And Other M is just that taken to its extreme. But this triumphant music means we are in the final parts of Endgame here. All Mr. Shesta's gotta do is go face off against the saxophone, and then go face off against the big boy. That's right, the final bosses are jazz music and an American chain of restaurants. Actually, I'm kidding. I like jazz. Jazz is not the enemy here. And hey, look! A rare shortcut! We can skip some screen transitions here. Alright, not much to say about the sax, though. I guess oh, he's taking the safety save. Very wise move here. This is the final chance you have to save in the game, as it turns out. But the sax, throughout the game, you've probably seen folks joking about yakety sax, its AI is terrible. Yes, but the sax always and always will do a lot of damage. Even in this final fight, where Samus is fully powered up, the sax will murder you. It does so much damage if you touch it, it does so much damage if it shoots you. So Mr. Shasta is going to hopefully keep it frozen and get diagonal charge shots through its hitbox to do maximum damage. So far... Oh, he's opting for the horizontal strat, which is safer and easier to set up. It'll take a few more shots, but it's a lot more safe. And phase 1 is done. Phase 2 you should be able to take care of with a couple of shots if he gets good. If he gets the placement right. First shot good. Second shot looks good. Oh, he didn't do enough damage. Had to take a third shot. The final core, the ice core. 6 missiles. If you can get triple doubles on it, it'll save a lot of time. That one looked good. No, it wasn't good. That one, the missile tanked off. He may have gotten 1. Nope, he got 2. I just didn't... I missaw. My eyes failed me. He got 2 doubles. Very nicely done.
Propulsion sequence activated. Destination, planet
And you know what that music means. It's time for an escape sequence. Let's get off the station before it goes crashing into the planet. Thankfully, at this point, the game is not going to let you go anywhere else. The doors that take you to other places are locked, and oh, I thought I might be trying for the little zigzag fall there. All right, one last fancy trick here. Let's see if we can get the low height shine spark to take him into the room with the big boy. This is a tricky one. Oh. Unfortunately, he just jumped through the door instead of doing the shine spark. Good thing we have a ship right here where we parked it. Oh, looks like the valet guy took it for a joyride. Don't worry, the big boy is here, putting its hands in the air like it just don't care. And the fun police is not going to have any of that. Oh my gosh. Alright, so anyways, this is the Omega Metroid. Shasta will set up for the quick kill here. Going for the diagonal strat. Just put his left foot on that line and just shoot real quick. Just like that. Done and dusted. Omega Metroid quick kill, just moments away. As soon as the beam picks Samus up, Mr. Shasta will be done. It's a good thing that VLA came back, otherwise I wouldn't have given him a tip. And Mr. Shasta has finished with an official SRL time of 1:17:38, and he is our winner today. GG to Mr. Shasta, and GG to you too, Monkey. You were playing well.
Thanks.
I know it's small consolation, but I mean. All right, Mr. Shasta's here. Let's pull him in.
Hello.
Shasta, congratulations. GG
Thank
on
you.
your run.
GG, I guess.
Yeah, you were in chat. You heard about what happened.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear about what happened. It happens though. It's just nature of fusion sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and any percent is pretty volatile sometimes.
That's for sure. Oh, I guess take a 49 for now. I had a really awful start to this run, and then like after that, except for I think Box and Giant Corex and like the Ice Missile splits, everything else after that was really good. Like it was at least consistent. But I lost like so much time in those 2 splits there that wouldn't have got a PB that way. But I did pretty well overall, I'd say, except for the luck of the gang.
Yeah, early on, just you were getting all sorts of I-beams and just having some trouble in spots. But yeah, by the end, you had a great Yakuza fight. That was a really good Yakuza fight.
Thank you. It was really good. I'm happy with that. I missed a lot of doubles later on too. I noticed that as well, especially on Nightmare. If it missed like 2 of the doubles, I think I would have probably got a gold in that split. It was really good.
Oh yeah, Nightmare got back into position in phase 3 real quick there.
Oh yeah, I haven't done that fight perfectly in so long. Like, it's always like one small thing that goes wrong in that fight for me, but I got it perfectly that time. It was really nice. Except for the Korax. Other than that. It was good though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Honestly, I missed low height earlier as well. Not too psyched about that one because I thought I'd get it. It happens.
Yeah, that's one of those tricks. It's like you get it a bunch of times and you just don't think about it one day. You're like, oh, I missed it.
Yeah. I have like a cue for it as well too. Like as soon as you like hit the ground, as soon as you got sound, you just like you go for low height. Then I have the cue for that, but I messed it up even still.
That's interesting. Some folks will actually try to unmorph before they land, and some folks will do it on the bounce. So
the bounce is easier for sure. It like wastes frames, but it's way easier, I'd say. Yeah, because it's an audio cue in that case instead of just doing it by feel, I guess.
That actually does make a lot of sense. I actually do it before the bounce, so I have to practice with the bounce things.
For sure.
All right, well.
All right. What time's going up right here? Let's see what it is. I'm pretty sure it's a 49 though. I was like plus 52 off my PB, so it's probably a 49.
Find out in a moment. Well, you'll find out before we will. We're still
I won't spoil it then.
Oh gosh, suspense.
The suspense, Monka S. Oh, I had fun. Shouts to Raising Cane's, by the way.
Oh gosh, I kind of want to go to Raising Cane's.
Do it. I got on the way home today. It was so good.
That's the danger. Oh, you got it's a 49.
Yep, 49. Oh well. Hopefully I still get at least a 48. I've been like averaging that at a lot. It's just 48. I know I can get a PB or at least a 47 eventually. I just haven't been able to do it. It takes time and effort.
Oh yeah, it feels like it takes many attempts. You just gotta like get those time saves from this game kicking and screaming.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. This is a game like that. This game to me is all about saving the frames, more than anything else. It's really easy to lose a lot of time. You just don't have your movement just on par, you know, or completely on points. It's because the game doesn't have like any skips or anything. You have to go through the natural route of the game. It's just that's why you have to do that, really.
It's true. Almost all your time save comes from just good movement.
And good boss fights and stuff, too. And more importantly, good luck.
Yeah. That is
most important of all. But yeah.
Well, looking at the bracket with this, unfortunately, Monkey goes home on this one. His journey ends here, but Shasta, you move forward into round 5, where you're going to be facing off against the winner of Explode Your Ear versus the winner of me versus the winner of Boxmeister versus Sophia.
Okay. So I got a little bit of waiting time then.
Yeah, you got a little bit of time.
Okay.
So you're going to face off against one of the 4 names I just mentioned.
Gotcha.
What are you gonna? Since you got a bit of time before then, what are you gonna do to prepare for that? You're just gonna do a bit of practice. You're gonna focus on anything in particular?
Probably not much time to prepare for that before then. Right now, I'm actually going to PAX East on Wednesday. I'll be gone until Sunday.
Oh, cool.
So yeah,
have fun with that.
Thank you. And after that, next week I have Caliathon, which I'm one of the co-founders of that marathon. So I'll be doing that from Wednesday to Sunday again. I'll be out of town 2 weeks in a row. It's kind of weird, but yeah, that's how it is.
Well, just how it goes, I guess. But definitely got a lot going on then.
Definitely, I'll do my best to practice in between. Most of the Kirby Nightmare Dreamland tournament we've just started today, so I'm trying to practice for that too as well. A lot of my run in Caliathon, which is Warrior Land 4, so I got a lot on my plate right now, but not a lot of time to actually like prepare for it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to like schedule everything out and like multitask if I can. But yeah, it's okay. It happens.
Well, good luck with that. Sounds like you got a lot of plates spinning in the air right now.
Oh yeah. Once that's all done, though, I'll be happy. Like 2 weeks from now, I'll be okay. But
2 weeks from now, you're just gonna sleep for 5 days straight. It'll be fine.
it'll be okay. It's fine. Don't sweat it. Oh well.
Oh my goodness, but that's what's going on. Let's see, we got any more fusion races coming? We have no more fusion races for you today, but tomorrow we do. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. we're going to have Destructor versus Phazon Knight.
Nice.
That should be a good
PK.
Yeah, it's going to be a round three fight. Yeah, round 3 match from in losers bracket, and we also going to have that. We're going to have that Boxmeister versus Sophia race on Thursday. So look forward to that one as well. And today on Speed Gaming, do you have any other Metroid today? We do not, but we have Ori and the Blind Forest happening right now on Speed Gaming. More, and starting on this channel in less than an hour, we have a little bit more, some Link to the Past, no major glitches. So if you wanted to watch some Link to the Past that's not rando, oh, we got you covered on 2 channels as it turns out: Speed Gaming 2 and Speed Gaming 3, starting at 8.
Ooh, nice. That's very soon.
It is. More Zelda than you.
Never mind. Go for it.
No, you go for it.
I was gonna say something important. Just go for it.
Nothing I say is important. You go for it.
You were saying the things about this channel. That's pretty important. I was gonna make a dumb joke that wasn't gonna be funny.
I was gonna make a dumb joke too. Most of what I say is dumb jokes.
Well, I guess we're at a stalemate here.
The joke is that we don't know how to conduct conversation on the internet.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
on that, I got nothing else. So, Shasta, Monkey, you guys have anything else you want to add? Anything else you want to say to the folks out there?
No.
Good luck, have fun. This game is a thing. Don't worry about it.
This game is dumb. Never play it.
Fair enough.
You're here first. This game is a thing. This game is dumb. Play it, don't play it.
Play it casually.
No. Just
I
don't
love
even
this
do
game.
that.
Play it casually.
Don't waste your
speedrun
time.
it. Just don't speedrun it. Take it.
Please think of the children.
Think of our children's children. They don't have those bits. But think about them.
And there you have it, folks. Be sure to come back tomorrow at 4 p.m. for more Metroid Fusion, or stick around on this very channel for no major glitches Link to the Past. Otherwise, thank you for watching. This has been Metroid Fusion Any %. Have a good night.
Have a good one, everyone. Alright, I'll see y'all later.